Today we count down the top 5 most dangerous gangs in the world. Criminal networks so powerful that they shape economies, fuel wars, and command loyalty through brutality. The 'Ndrangheta is a powerful Italian mafia-type criminal organization originating from Calabria, Italy. Established in the 19th century, it has evolved into one of the most influential and extensive organized crime syndicates globally. The name 'Ndrangheta is believed to derive from the Greek word andragathia, meaning bravery or manly virtue. It expanded substantially from the 1970s onwards, when it reinvested ransom money from kidnappings, one of its main activities at the time, into public work projects and drug trafficking, especially cocaine. In a biannual report, Italy's Anti-Mafia Investigative Directorate, DIA, called the 'Ndrangheta the absolute dominant force in the criminal world. In 2008, Italian research group Eurispes valued the 'Ndrangheta's annual turnover at a staggering 44 billion euros, about 3% of Italy's gross domestic product at the time. The Yakuza, Japan's notorious organized crime syndicates, have long wielded considerable influence over local communities, politics, and the criminal underworld. The Japanese government estimated in 2007 that there were more than 102,000 Yakuza members working in Japan and abroad. The gangs engage in criminal activities such as international drug smuggling, human trafficking, and arms smuggling. However, they also hold significant amounts of stock in large, legitimate corporations, and some have close ties with the Japanese business world, the banking sector, and the real estate market. Although the police are making serious efforts to suppress Yakuza activity in Japan these days, it seems unlikely that the syndicates will disappear entirely. They have survived for more than 300 years, after all, and they are closely entwined with many aspects of Japanese society and culture. The Sinaloa cartel, named after the Mexican state where it originated, is one of Mexico's oldest and most influential drug trafficking organizations. It has long been a major supplier of marijuana, cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, and fentanyl to the U.S. market. By the early 2000s and 10s, estimates suggested that the cartel controlled between 40% and 60% of Mexico's drug trade, generating up to $3 billion annually. Founded in the late 1980s, the cartel was led by Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, who twice escaped from Mexican prisons before being recaptured in Sinaloa in 2016. He was extradited to the U.S. the following year and is now serving a life sentence in a U.S. federal prison. Since Guzman's imprisonment, experts believe the cartel has faced internal divisions, leading to the emergence of rival factions. The Sinaloa cartel has been held responsible for fueling Mexico's long-running drug war, which has resulted in tens of thousands of deaths and contributed to the country's persistently high levels of violence. Los Zetas is a notorious Mexican criminal syndicate, recognized as one of the most dangerous drug cartels in Mexico. Initially serving as the enforcement arm of the Gulf Cartel, Los Zetas broke away to become an independent organization in 2010. Los Zetas distinguished itself from other cartels through its military-style organization and operational tactics. The cartel maintained a hierarchical structure that allowed it to effectively manage its illicit activities and combat rival organizations. While primarily involved in drug trafficking, Los Zetas engaged in various criminal enterprises, such as kidnapping and extortion, and arms smuggling. In recent years, however, Los Zetas has seen a decline in its power and influence due to internal fragmentation and increased pressure from law enforcement. Despite this fragmentation, remnants of Los Zetas continue to pose significant threats through ongoing criminal activities. Mara Salvatrucha, commonly known as MS-13, is an international criminal gang that originated in the 1980s in Los Angeles, California. Initially formed to protect Salvadoran immigrants from other gangs, it has since evolved into a notorious organization involved in various criminal activities. MS-13 operates primarily in the United States, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Canada, and Spain. MS-13 is involved in a wide range of illegal activities such as drug trafficking, human smuggling, assault, extortion, and robbery. MS-13 operates through various cliques that function independently but share common goals. In response to the growing threat posed by MS-13, law enforcement agencies have implemented various strategies aimed at dismantling the gang's operations. This includes increased cooperation among local and federal agencies and targeted deportation efforts aimed at reducing the gang's influence by sending members back to their home countries.